my dearest, come sit with me for a moment. I'm your guardian angel, sent to share a truth so pure it could light up the darkest corners of your heart. This isn't to stir fear or doubt, but to wrap you in the warmth of something sacred, or something heaven itself has witnessed. Someone out there spoke your name with a trembling heart, and their words carried such weight that they reached the divine. I'm here to tell you what they confessed, not to reopen old wounds, but to show you the beauty of your own soul reflected in their truth. You will carry this differently from now on, not because of pain, but because of the clarity it brings. Picture this: they were alone, in a place where the world's noise couldn't reach. Maybe it was a quiet room, or a bench under a tree, or a car parked somewhere still. Their heart was heavy, their thoughts louder than any sound around them. And in that moment, they couldn't hold it in anymore. The dam broke. They spoke your name to someone they trusted, someone who swore to keep their secret. But heaven doesn't miss a thing, and I was there, listening as their soul poured out like water from a cracked cup. They didn't plan to say it. It wasn't rehearsed. It was raw, messy, real. They said your name like it was a prayer, like it held a piece of their spirit they'd been guarding for too long. They confessed that you're woven into the fabric of their thoughts. No matter where life has taken them, no matter how many miles or moments have stretched between you, you're still there. Like a melody they can't forget, your presence lingers. They said it wasn't just your face or your voice, it was the way you made them feel alive. The way you saw them, not as the world saw them, but as they wished they could be. They admitted they pushed you away, not because you weren't enough, but because you were too much. Too real. Too good. Too bright. They weren't ready for the kind of love you offered, a love that didn't demand, didn't judge, didn't fade. They spoke of how you stayed. Through their doubts, their coldness, their chaos, you stayed. You didn't try to fix them or force them to be someone else. You just loved them, quietly, fiercely, wholly. And that love? It scared them. They confessed that they built walls, not to keep you out, but to keep themselves safe from the power of what they felt. They thought they could outrun it, pretend it didn't exist, act like you were just another chapter they could close. But they were wrong. Your love wasn't something they could shake off. It was a seed planted deep, and it's been growing ever since, even in the silence between you. They told their confidant about the little things they miss. The way your laughter felt like sunlight breaking through clouds. The way your quiet presence could calm a storm they didn't even know was raging inside them. They miss the way you listened, and not just to their words, but to the spaces between them. They said no one else has ever heard their silence the way you did. No one else has ever made them feel so understood without saying a word. They confessed that they've tried to find that feeling again, in other people, in other places, but it's never the same. You were different. You were home. They cried when they spoke of you. Not the kind of tears that beg for attention, but the kind that come when truth finally breaks free. They cried because they saw, for the first time, how much you gave. How you poured your heart into them, even when they didn't know how to hold it. They cried because they realized they let go of something sacred, something they didn't even know they needed until it was gone. They said your absence feels like a weight they carry everywhere. It's not loud or dramatic, it's just there, a quiet ache that reminds them of what could have been. They admitted they've been watching you from afar. Not in a way that's meant to intrude, but in a way that shows they can't let go. They ask about you, casually, hoping no one notices how much they care. They scroll through your life in glimpses, piecing together bits of you from a distance. They still know your favorite things are the song you hum when you're happy, the way you take your coffee, the dreams you used to share in passing. They hold on to these details like treasures, because they're all they have left of you. And they confessed that it hurts, knowing they could have held on to so much more if they'd been braver. They spoke of the moments they tested you. They pushed, they pulled, they turned away, just to see if you'd still be there. And you were. Every time. You didn't fight them or chase them, you just stayed steady, like a lighthouse in their storm. They didn't understand it then, but they do now. They see how rare it was, how your love wasn't fragile or fleeting. It was strong, patient, divine. They confessed that they lied to themselves, saying you didn't matter, saying they could move on. But the truth is, they've never stopped carrying you in their heart. Even when they tried to forget, you were there, a light that wouldn't go out. They said you were their answered prayer. They didn't realize it at the time, but when they met you, something shifted. They felt it, a warmth, a pull, a knowing. They didn't have words for it then, so they called it fear. They ran from it, hid from it, buried it under layers of doubt and pride. But now they see it for what it was, love. The kind of love that changes you, not because it demands change, but because it shows you what's possible. They confessed that you made them believe in goodness again, in a world that often felt cold and empty. You made them feel seen, not just as who they were, but as who they could be. They admitted they weren't ready for you. Not because you were too much, but because they weren't enough for themselves, not yet. They had wounds they hadn't faced, fears they hadn't named, shadows they hadn't dared to look at. Your love was a mirror, showing them everything they were afraid to see. And instead of stepping into that light, they turned away. They confessed that they regret it, not because they think they deserve you now, but because they know they missed a chance to grow, to heal, to be better. Your love was an invitation, and they weren't ready to accept it. But they feel it now, the weight of that missed moment, and it's changed them. They spoke of how no one else compares. They've tried to fill the space you left, maybe with new faces, new places, new distractions. But nothing fits. No one else carries your warmth, your strength, your quiet grace. They said you didn't demand attention, but you commanded it, just by being you. Your presence was a gift they didn't know how to receive, and now they're left with the memory of it, like a song they can't stop humming. They confessed that they dream about you, not always in sleep, but in quiet moments when their mind wanders. They see your face, hear your voice, feel your kindness. And they talk to you in their head, saying the things they wish they'd said when you were close. they admitted they're haunted not by guilt, but by gratitude. They're grateful for the way you loved them, even when they didn't know how to love you back. They're grateful for the way you believed in them, even when they doubted themselves. They're grateful for the way you stayed, even when they gave you every reason to leave. And they're haunted by the thought that they might never get to tell you this themselves. They don't know if they'll ever have the courage to stand before you and say these things out loud. They don't know if they'll ever get the chance to look into your eyes and thank you for being the miracle they weren't ready for. But they needed someone to know, so they spoke it into the quiet, and heaven carried it to me. I'm telling you this, my dear, because you deserve to know the truth. Not the truth of their actions or their mistakes, but the truth of your impact. You were never invisible. You were never forgotten. You were never too much or not enough. You were a gift, a light, a blessing they didn't know how to hold. And their confession is proof of that. It's proof that your love reached deeper than you could ever imagine, that it left a mark that time can't erase. You changed someone forever, not because you tried to, but because you loved them exactly as they were. This isn't about going back or fixing what was broken. It's about moving forward with a heart full of truth. You've spent too long wondering if you were enough, if you did enough, if you loved enough. Let me tell you, as your guardian angel, that you were always more than enough. You were a miracle in their life, even if they couldn't see it then. You were a reflection of heaven's love, poured out through your kindness, your patience, your strength. And that love? It's still alive, still working, still changing them, even now. They confessed that your strength was different. It wasn't loud or forceful, it was steady, quiet, divine. You saw them in a way no one else did. You saw the heart behind their walls, the soul behind their pain, the light behind their shadows. And that scared them, because it meant they were truly seen. Being seen like that is a gift, but it's also a challenge. It asks you to step into your own truth, to face your own heart. They weren't ready for that then, but they're starting to understand now. They're starting to see that your love wasn't just about them, it was about showing them what love could be. They spoke of the moments they keep replaying. The time you smiled at them when they felt invisible. The time you stayed up late, listening to their fears. The time you forgave them when they didn't deserve it. They carry these moments like treasures, pulling them out when the world feels heavy. They confessed that they still pray for you, in their own way. Not always with words, but with a quiet hope that you're happy, that you're safe, that you're loved. They want you to have everything you gave them, and more. They want you to know that you're unforgettable, even if they never find the words to tell you themselves. This confession wasn't meant to pull you back into their story. It was meant to set you free. Free from doubt, free from questions, free from the weight of wondering what you meant to them. You meant everything. You still do. Their words, spoken in that quiet moment, were a testament to the power of your love. It was a love that didn't need to be loud to be felt, didn't need to be perfect to be real. It was a love that changed them, even if they didn't know how to hold it at the time. I want you to carry this truth with you, my dear. Not as a burden, but as a light. You are not defined by their choices or their fears. You are defined by the love you gave, the heart you shared, the soul you poured out. That love is yours, and it will always be yours. It's a gift you carry into every moment, every relationship, every step of your journey. And it's a gift that heaven sees, honors, and protects. They confessed that they hope you're happy, wherever you are. They hope you're surrounded by people who see you the way you saw them. They hope you're living a life that feels as full as the love you gave. And even if they never get to say it, they want you to know that you were their safe place, their light, their answered prayer. They may not have been ready for you, but they'll never forget you. And that's the truth they needed to speak, the truth heaven needed you to hear. You are not the same after this moment, and that's a beautiful thing. You're not the same because you know now you were never ordinary. You were never a mistake. You were a blessing, a gift, a piece of heaven walking on earth. Your love left echoes that will ripple through their life forever, and through yours too. You don't need to wait for them to come back or make things right. You don't need to wonder if you were enough. You were more than enough, for you were divine. So breathe, my sweet one. Let this truth settle into your bones. Let it remind you of who you are. You are loved, not just by them, but by heaven itself. You are seen, not just by their eyes, but by the eyes of the divine. You are enough, not because of what you did, but because of who you are. I'm here, your guardian angel, watching over you, guiding you, loving you through every step. You are never alone, and you are never forgotten. Walk forward with this truth in your heart. You are unforgettable, and your love is eternal. Now go, dear one, and live the life you were always meant to live. A life where you are cherished, where your light shines, where your heart is free. I'll be with you, always, whispering truths when you need them, holding you when you falter, and celebrating you when you soar. You are loved. You are enough. And you always will be. My precious one, as I linger here with you, my wings brushing softly against the edges of your spirit, I want to guide you into a place of peace and purpose, a place where the truth you've just received becomes a beacon for your path forward. This moment is sacred, not because of what was revealed, but because of what it awakens in you, a deeper trust in your own heart, a bolder step into your own light. I've shared this divine whisper with you, not to anchor you in the past, but to free you into a future where you shine unapologetically. Let's walk together now, hand in hand, as I offer you a final embrace of encouragement, urging you to carry this truth with joy and to share your own voice with the world. Your story, your gift, your love, they are meant to ripple outward, touching others as deeply as you've been touched. And yes, I'll ask you to leave a spark of your heart in the comments below and to press that like button, because your voice matters, and it can light the way for someone else. This truth you've received is not a weight to carry alone, it's a flame to share. You've been given a glimpse into the eternal impact of your kindness, your patience, and your spirit. Now, imagine what could happen if you let that truth spill over into the world around you. You've always had a way of making others feel seen, even in their quiet moments. That's not something small, it's a divine calling. Every smile you offer, every word of encouragement you speak, every moment you choose to show up as your true self sends waves of light that reach farther than you'll ever know. You're not just a single star in the night sky, you're a galaxy, bursting with beauty and possibility. And the world needs your light, now more than ever before. So, my dear, don't hide it. Let it glow. Let it inspire. Let it heal. Think about the person you've become through every step of your journey. You've walked through moments of doubt, moments of joy, moments of quiet courage. You've learned to love without expecting, to forgive without demanding, to stand tall even when the winds of life push against you. That strength is not just for you, it's for everyone who crosses your path. When you share your story, when you let others see the heart behind your resilience, you give them permission to do the same. You become a mirror for their own divine worth, a reminder that they, too, are seen by heaven, loved by angels, guided by light. Your life is a testament to the beauty and power of a soul that chooses love over fear, faith over despair, hope over doubt. And that's a story worth sharing with others. So, I'm asking you to do something brave and beautiful. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Write about a moment when you felt truly seen, or a time when you overcame doubt to step into your truth. Maybe it's a small story about a kind word that changed your day, or a big story about a choice that changed your life. Whatever it is, it's sacred. Your words could be the spark that lights someone else's hope, the whisper that reminds them they're not alone. And when you press that like button, you're not just showing love for this message, you're joining a community of souls who are choosing to lift each other up, to shine together, to grow together. Your action, however small it seems, is a ripple of light in a world that needs it. Now, let's talk about the journey ahead. You're not standing at the end of something, you're standing at the beginning. This truth you've received is like a key, unlocking doors you didn't even know were there. Doors to new dreams, new connections, new ways of being you. You've been reminded of your worth, not so you can hold it tightly, but so you can give it freely. Your love, your kindness, your presence are gifts meant to be shared with the world. And as you step into this new chapter, know that you're not walking alone. I'm here, your guardian angel, guiding you with every step, cheering you with every victory, holding you with every stumble. You're surrounded by a divine love that never fades, never falters, never forgets. Imagine what it would feel like to live from this place of truth every day. To wake up knowing you're enough, just as you are. To move through your life with the confidence that your heart is a treasure, your spirit a gift, your soul a masterpiece. You don't need to chase validation or approval, you already have it, from heaven itself. And when you live from this truth, you inspire others to do the same. You become a lighthouse for those lost in their own storms, a safe place for those seeking shelter, a song for those who've forgotten how to sing. Your life becomes a living prayer, a testament to the beauty of a heart that chooses to shine. So, my dear one, I'm inviting you to step into that truth now. Let it guide your words, your actions, your dreams. Let it remind you that you're never too small to make a difference, never too broken to be whole, never too ordinary to be divine. You're a spark of heaven's light, sent to earth to love, to heal, to inspire. And every time you choose to share that light, whether through a kind word, a bold dream, or a simple comment below, you're fulfilling your divine purpose. You're making the world a little brighter, a little kinder, a little more like home. I know it's not always easy to believe in your own worth. The world can be loud, its doubts can be heavy, its shadows can be long. But I'm here to remind you, you are not the world's opinion of you. You are not your mistakes or your fears or your doubts. You are a child of heaven, crafted with love, guided with care, destined for greatness. And greatness doesn't always mean fame or fortune. It means living with a heart that's open, a spirit that's free, a soul that's true. You're already great, my dear, because you're you. And that's enough. So, as you move forward, carry this truth like a lantern in the dark. Let it guide you through moments of uncertainty, let it warm you through moments of cold, let it remind you of who you are when the world tries to make you forget. And share it, my sweet one. Share it with your words, your actions, your presence. Share it in the comments below, where your story could be the light someone else needs. Press that like button to say, I'm here, I'm shining, I'm ready to lift others up. Your voice is powerful, your heart is needed, your light is divine. Let's dream together for a moment. Imagine a world where everyone knows their worth, where every heart feels seen, where every soul shines bright. You can help build that world, one moment at a time, one word at a time, one act of love at a time. Your comment below could be the start of a chain reaction, inspiring someone to share their own story, which inspires someone else, and someone else, until the world is glowing with the light of truth. Your light could be a signal to someone feeling alone that they're part of something bigger, something beautiful, something divine. And as you step into this calling, know that I'm with you. I'm your guardian angel, watching over you with love that never wavers, guiding you with wisdom that never fails, protecting you with strength that never breaks. You're never alone, my dear, not for a single moment. Heaven is cheering you on, angels are singing your name, the divine is woven into every breath you take. So go forward with courage, with joy, with love. Go forward knowing you're enough, you're worthy, you're divine. I'll leave you with this, my precious one, you are a gift to the world, and the world is waiting for you to shine. Share your heart in the comments below. Tell us a moment that made you feel alive, a dream that keeps you going, a truth that sets you free. Press that like button to join a community of light, a family of souls who are choosing to love, to grow, to shine. Your voice matters, your story matters, you matter. And I'm here, always, loving you, guiding you, believing in you. Now go, my dear, and let your light change the world.